So Nicholas Jackson gets us underway. Senegal defending the goal to the right there in the all green today. Expect a lively, high-tempo affair between these two teams. Senegal have scored in every single one of the matches that they've played in this tournament and at this venue. 4 wins and 1 draw, which was against the Democratic Republic of Congo. He has a first touch since the kickoff for Jackson. Falls for Mane. Papagay, of course, has been another outstanding performer. 2 goals against Sudan in the round of 16.
Not just those goals, but his involvement in the game, has been incredible.
Now, Mane's little touch against the feet of Abdel Magid. But the Egyptians will have possession here and a chance to clear their lines.
I don't know if you remember.
Outstretched arms or hands that are too close to the opponent's face. Now, Jackson being pulled back, gets the free kick and the first yellow of the game. Abdel Magid will not play in the final.
There is no second chance to tell you that, it's the first. That's too soft, isn't it? That's the grab and then the pull.
Second yellow in as many games.
Jackson knew what he was doing. The defender knew what he was doing. But it's a collision, so it's a good call, for the referee to allow play going.
Niakite plays for Lyon in France. This is Achour. Now brought down Mamouche by Koulibaly. Remember, he could be in yellow card trouble.
If they make it to the final.
If they make it to the final.
That's,
A red and 2 yellows in this tournament, and I don't think we've ever had, Daniel, I can't remember off the top of my head, a player suspended twice in a Cup of Nations. Chance for Jackson. That's a good shot. Fired away over the top.
That's a good strike. That was what I was telling you 100% earlier. That's psychological in his head. Now comes to play. Because he knows in his head that even if we get to the final.
Been a miserable tournament for him, really. That red card that he picked up against Benin was only really awarded after a fairly lengthy VAR check. Good turn from Mane. Now, can he get away? Finds Jackson. He has a chance for Diarra. Gets a bit of a deflection. Takes some of the sting off the shot as well. Made it a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna, pass the ball, to Niang on his right side because he's more technically, he can take on the defenders.
Now, Papagay gets the shot in on the right foot. El Shenawi has very little.
Slowed, the cross.
Achour now for Egypt. Turns, gets past 2 challengers. This is with Papagay now. Quickly taken up to Jackson. Is there a chance or time for a strike here from the Senegalese? Gay. Diarra. Is there time for a corner, perhaps? It comes off Yasser Ibrahim. We are past the 4 added minutes.
You can see Salah asking for it, telling the referee it's already time. Shouldn't allow them to... Can you understand what he's doing? You guys are already on time. You can see Salah, you see?
Sadio Mane changed the corner taker. And
he's gonna let him do the corner kick, but the moment they changed the player, then referee said that is it. So there's 0-0 after 45 minutes of play. We'll take a short break, come back with the highlights from this, the first half of football on BE Sports of the semifinal.
Get us underway here in the second half. Achour in possession. No score after the first 45 minutes. Couple of chances for for Senegal. None for the Egyptians. Let's see what the second half brings, particularly with Trezeguet coming on.
You can see how they isolated him on the left side. Keep the ball on the right side and have a quick switch, because he has that pace and he's very good on one-on-one situations.
They did start with a back five, so perhaps now going to a back four, Egypt. And who takes over on the left-hand side remains to be seen. There's Ashur over the top of Marmoush, and Mendy will get a first touch here at the start of the second half. One semi-final in the Cup of Nations previously between these two countries, 20 years ago in Cairo, the 2006 tournament, which was won by the Egyptians. Amr Zaki scored in the final 8 minutes to win 2-1 for Egypt.
And the Starks did say that, when these two teams meet in the semi-final, anyone that goes through always ends up winning the trophy.
In fact, Egypt, to their credit, the last 7 times they've been in a semi-final have won every single one of those semi-final encounters. You've got to go back to 1984. Diatta plays it short to Mane. Mane on the edge of the area where Kamara fancies a shot, gets it on target.
Most situations in football, when you give unnecessary corner kicks, it ends up hurting you. You just have to wait and see the outcome of this one.
That was an earlier shot. Here they come again, Senegal. Can they make the breakthrough? Sadio Mane. Mane finds Diatta. Kamara. Ghana Gay has a look ahead, finds Mane in a bit of space. Little ball in for Jackson. Very quickly, the options of a square ball across the face of goal cut out by the Egyptian defence. Now another long-range effort. Kamara. Mane! Goal! Sadio Mane with a touch of fortune.
Touch of fortune, but at the same time, touch of class. If another player will have botched that ball out all over the bar. But a quick control, the ball knocked off him, ball dropped in front of him perfectly well, and then he struck that ball. The VAR might see a different angle of it.
Now, there was a shot from Kamara that caused the commotion. There's the rebound.
Yeah.
And Mane takes the opportunity.
The ball hit him on the mid-session, dropped perfectly well for him. A player with that ability and a player with experience like that knows what he needs to do. One thing in his mind, hit the target and the net bulge.
84 minutes to get there.
What really matters is the ball bulge in the net.
Zizou, back post, header from Mohamed.
That's the best thing to do. Stop them from breaking all those crosses. You can see that's what they're looking for. Get the ball wide. You can see how many red shirts are in front of the Senegalese goal.
We're inside the final minute now. Zizou on the edge of the area. Zizou again. Shot from Marmoush. First shot on target in the game from Omar Marmoush. And an excellent stop from Edouard Mendy. Senegal waiting for the final whistle here. They'll be going to Rabat to the final to play Morocco or Nigeria. If they can hold out in these closing stages. It's all over. Senegal are in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations.
Sadio Mane, they have him to thank him because he has stepped up, and he has done the business, for Senegal. You can see the Egyptian players, on the top, few of them on the top, It's a beautiful game of football. Tactically, both teams, one got it right, one got it wrong. Senegalese, they continue playing the way they know how to play, the way they started from the group stages. Egyptians knew, the force that they come into play against the Senegalese, the quality of player the Senegalese have on the pitch. If they go toe-to-toe, they might end up struggling, and they held back. But when they went down, they went for attack, but it was too late.
Sadio Mane scores. Senegal progress. They're into the final of the Africa Cup of Nations.